Welcome back, everybody, to Fun Factor RC. My name is Wes, and today we're going to take a look at the Daming DM104s. And I believe this is a Wi-Fi control with a receiver, has a Wi-Fi app to show the FPV camera. You won't be using your goggles, and I do believe it has altitude hold, which will make it easy for most anybody and fun around the house. The box shows that it does have, it calls it hovering position. We call it altitude hold. Has apps for Google Play and App Store. There's a picture of the transmitter. 360-degree stunts, LED lights, 2.4 frequency transmitter. Says the camera's HD and Wi-Fi, headless mode and gyro, and says the camera is wide angle. We will be the judge. The box is nice. I do like that. The foam is a good addition. It's quality enough that you will probably want to hang on to the box and the foam so that you can put the quad and the transmitter back in there for the easiest storage. The quad itself looks like it's got some pretty beefy motors. I believe these are 7mm motors. I like the red color. That's pretty. It's not plain red. It's kind of metallic looking. The air ducts are pretty firm. They're not real pliable like the F36 frame. This is like a more of a plastic frame. It comes with extra props, of course. Also has two different style thumb pads for the transmitter. You have the tall, skinny ones for thumbing or pinching, and then you have the tall, flat ones that are just for thumbing. I'll try these out. I usually put the pinchers on. These just stick right in there. Nothing real difficult. Even I can do it. There's a pretty hard click on the throttle side. Left and right is okay. The yaw seems fine. The throttle up and down has a tough click. We hope that doesn't affect the function of it. It may be like that on purpose. It may be part of the function of it. Now it's got this super duper strong chip clip style gator clip. It's got a really strong spring on it. And I went ahead and put batteries in the transmitter. And also in the box is a sheet for the app. Tells you how to put the chip clip on, and it gives you the QR scan code. There's more scan codes on the back for the apps, and the app does look like you have a control interface for the phone, so you should be able to control it with the phone. That's an added bonus, so you don't have to lug your transmitter around if you want to travel with it. Here is the instruction booklet. Points out the motors, the camera, nothing real difficult. Here you arm it by down and in with both sticks. Landing method, hold the throttle down. We'll figure it out. We'll learn more when we get it in the air and try to fly it. On the back it tells you what type of, here's the receiver board, here's your parts list. It doesn't say what size motor, it just says motor. They look like 7s. I'm pretty sure they're 7s. The battery that came with it is a 300 milliamp 1-cell LiPo, and it looks like it's got what they call the power loop connector, the large JST2, the larger connector. Oh, down and out to arm the motors. Here we go. When you push the down, it really starts coming down. The transmitter doesn't really have a center like it should. So yeah, when you hit down, it starts going down. Let me see. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to take the camera phone off the tripod and use it for the Wi-Fi and see if I can get you guys some flying around the house footage, maybe around my little junk room. I don't know if I'm allowed to fly around the house. That's good to know. Apparently, if you're fumbling with the transmitter and you click this button down, it takes off. And then if you click it again, it drops out of the sky. Well, that's good to know, and also pretty easy. I see rate buttons and flip buttons on the top, trim, and I'm going to assume the up and down here will start recording on this maybe. I will know more when I get into the app. That's it for this part of the video. I'm going to go ahead and take the phone away from y'all and use it for the Wi-Fi. Alright, I have powered up. I have bound the transmitter. I am now connecting the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi is connected. I am now starting the Wi-Fi UFO app. There we go. Oh, the camera is pretty good. Now, let's see about this. And we're down. Do it again. Let's see about recording. Apparently it's recording. Yeah, there is definitely an issue with the throttle clicking up and down. Ta-da! Look at all the cameras. I'm just messing around. There's definitely a problem with the throttle clicking up and down. It may work better outside or in a larger room where you have more room to play, less items to hit. Thanks everybody for watching. I will include the short recorded video in this video. This has been a review for the DM104s, and thanks everybody for watching. Y'all be safe. In conclusion, I want to add that the transmitter did have an up and down hard click, and if it was not there, it would make the flying a whole lot easier. I think it holds the stick in up position and down position so that you're not able to find the middle like you need to make it hover. You're either up or down. And when you do get it to hover and you try to yaw, it will up or down. It's kind of difficult. You can learn it, but it can also be better straight from the factory. I think it is a defect with this one controller and not with all of them. If I'm different, if I'm wrong, someone please tell me different. Would also like to add that when I tried to unplug the battery for the first time, it literally pulled the plastic female receiver part off the board, and I had to put it back on there and mash it down with my thumbs. The second time I unplugged it, it was okay. That's something to pay attention to. I would also like to add that the recording on the camera was pretty good. It looked like 720 on the recording, even though it was kind of choppy looking Wi-Fi in the phone. When you were looking at the live feed, it was very choppy and gritty looking. But the recorded footage that I included towards the end of the video before I recorded this was pretty clean looking and warrants a second look. And I was ready to give this thing a good 6, maybe. But then I look at it a little farther. It recorded really good, and the motors are peppy. I do believe that if the controller was better, or I was able to use my own controller, that this would be a really good quad. I think the 5.8 FPV version may be more suited for me, and I might look into getting one of those just to review, just because I think, you know, this one was good enough. I might spend my own money to get the FPV version. I also want to add that this one was given to me for free by RC Hunter. I won it in a contest. I want to say it was his 1,000 subscriber contest. I'm not very sure. I don't remember. Thank you, brother, for this quad. It was a great flying quad. Thanks everybody for watching my review. We are going to rate the DM104s a solid 7. Thanks everybody for watching. Y'all be safe.